versus Leeds. All right. So in goal, I'm going to go with Leno. I'm just selecting this on my computer, so we can select it together. In goal, let's go with Leno. It's now more visible. It has become clear now that the goalkeeper that Mikel Arteta is going to be using in Premier League games is Aaron Ramsdale. We spoke about this. I think I was with you, Glenn, and I said there is no way, there's absolutely no way a team, a club like Arsenal signs a 30 million goalkeeper for the bench. It's not there. Right, it's not there, and he was always going to be a big challenge to Leno. I think he has just come out a couple of hours ago and said what he wants is to be in the team, performing at the top level, week in, week out. What we know about Leno is he's a good goalkeeper who's failed to to rise up to the self-actualization puzzle, right? So if you don't move move up the pyramid, if you don't move up the pyramid, for me, there is nothing I've got to do. I love Leno, you know that. I chose him over Emi Martinez. I was criticized for that. I received a lot of stick for that, and I still backed Leno until when I thought, okay, he's having weak hands. Okay, his footing is poor. Okay, playing back, playing out from the back is poor. Okay, we don't have, he's not surrounded by good players. Until I ran out of excuses for him. And I mean, look, he might be looking for a transfer in January or in the summer, but he will never blame anyone in that Arsenal side. Ramsdale has just come in from relegation. Come on, from relegation, and he's done better. So what do you expect anyone to do for you, Leno? So I've gone with Leno in goal because these are the games. At the end of the day, these are the games where he's going to play. I wouldn't even risk him, risk playing him in my in my FA Cup games. I wouldn't risk him. I would play Ramsdale. So let's go for Leno. If you agree, make sure you smash a like on the video and let me know in the comments below. Do we go for Leno? I mean, is it okay if we go for ban Leno? Glenn said age 90 we would need the likes of Partey and ESR to stay fit for 90% of the season, which would be a little bit hard for you, for us. Thank you so much, Glenn. And AJ says that's due to our poor midfield depth. AFCON is make or break, and then Ramsdale has been sensational. The way he commands his defense is brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if there is a goalkeeper that has been outstanding for Arsenal, in the past 5 years, I think Ramsdale is a good goalkeeper. Very, very good goalkeeper. And forget about the reflexes and saves, because I think when it comes to reflexes and saves, maybe Leno has something to say, something to put on the table. But Ramsdale is so committed. That is one of the things I love about him as a goalkeeper. So committed. He doesn't want to concede. I mean, I love such goalkeepers. He's shouting as he defends. He's shouting at the midfield. He's shouting at everybody. Actually, someone on Sky said that Ramsdale talks too much to an extent that even when he makes a mistake, he blames it on someone else, right? And for me, that is the level of commitment, the fear of making a mistake, the fear of conceding. If you have a goalkeeper who doesn't want to concede, definitely you're not going to concede childish goals. It might happen once in a while when your club is not really doing well and things like that, but it's never gonna be like you concede ridiculous goals game in, game out. So Ramsdale is our Premier League goalkeeper, no question about that. And maybe there's a big question about the formation. Which formation should we be using? I'm going to go for a 4-2-3-1. All right. Yeah, that's it. So let's go for a 4-2-3-1. We have Leno in goal. The two center backs. I don't know. Should we give Rob Holding a chance and Pablo Mari? I don't know. What do you think, people? I'm gonna go for Pablo Mari. For issues of squad rotation, right? So I've gone for Pablo Mari to replace Gabriel Magalhaes, in this game. However much I said it's important, surely Leeds are not scoring so many goals this season. They're not. So it will be weak, so weak of Arsenal. Even if we played Mari or Kolasinac, it would be so weak for us to just concede like 3-2. It would be absolutely so weak. So Pablo Mari, in there for me, with my man, on but not forgotten. Of course, not gone. Rob Holding, never forgotten there, bro. Never forgotten. So I'm playing. What do you think about that centre back partnership? Pablo Mari and Rob Holding playing together. At centre back. I mean, if you think about it, it's me being a hypocrite when I say we should treat this game seriously, isn't it? But look, I want some players to get game time. I mean, and I want some players to get time, off the pitch and just rest. We played on Monday, we played on Friday, and now we're playing again on Wednesday, and we have an early kickoff on Saturday. I mean, we need to rest some players, and we can't risk, some of our best players, especially in defense. So I've gone with that, with those two. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Let me know in the in the comment box below. Yep, Leno, Cup Games is fine. Thank you so much, AJ. And then Edward says, I think we are improving. If we remain consistent and do some recruitment in January, we may surprise top 4 finish. Wow. Thank you so much, Eddie, UG. Thank you so much. Pablo Mari and Rob Holding. That's according to AJ says, Pablo. Look, his passing range is amazing. That's Ramsdale. I agree with you. Or not. Pablo Mari and Rob Holding. I've gone with that. I don't know how true that is, or how good that is. Leno, he's got to start the cup games. That's according to Omar Mane. Thank you so much, man. And HNI says we are playing on Tuesday. Yeah, we play on Tuesday. We are playing on Tuesday, man. We're playing on Tuesday, right? So at right back, who do we go for at right back? Obviously, there should be rotation with Tomiyasu. So you have Callum Chambers and Cedric. What I know about Leeds is they play a very open game, and they love. They're gonna, they're gonna have, to run. Players like Rafinha, if he plays them, if he chooses them, they're gonna be a big problem. So I need someone who's solid, and I need someone who's a little bit confident. Look, the last game I saw Cedric against Manchester City, it was a violation. He was violated. So let's go with Callum Chambers, right? I don't know. I mean, just let me know in the comment section if I'm right or wrong. But let's go with Callum Chambers at right back. I think of all the players that are not getting game time and are not getting the mention, Callum Chambers is the only player that I can defend. I never liked him. I'm telling you, when Arsene Wenger signed him from Southampton around 5 or 6 years ago, I don't even remember. I was not contented. I think it was around 2015, or actually not 2015. Was it 2015 when we signed Callum? When we signed Callum Chambers, I think around 2014. 2015, around there. I was not happy. 16 million, 17 million, was that the price? Look, I don't know what they saw in him. Probably his kind of versatility and things like that. But over the last season, I grew to like him because he's better than Cedric, and he was better than Hector Bellerin. So I'd play Chambers there, and left back, I would definitely rotate Nuno Tavares. We have a game coming up on Saturday against Leicester City. So and it's away from home. So Nuno Tavares, I'm not playing him. I think we go for Kolasinac. Is there a better option than Kolasinac, people? Is there a better position? No, is there? Let's go for Kolasinac. I mean, he's getting the salary, right? He's getting the salary. So Sead Kolasinac or Sid Kolasinac, completes the back four. I don't know. It looks ugly. Absolutely, it looks ugly. When you've got to be afraid for yourself. But it's Leeds, and it's the EFL Cup. We can afford the luxury of squad rotation. That's what I thought. We can afford the luxury of squad rotation. In the midfield, a midfield pivot of Mohamed El Neni. No question about that. El Neni Momo. Mo El Neni, the twin brother to Mo Salah. I mean, I wish we had, a player like Mo Salah. I just wish we had, a player as good at that. But Mohamed El Neni for me, qualifies in this one, and I'm not going to really play him that deep with Odegaard, like many people have suggested. No, not really. I mean, I would rotate Partey. Should we rotate Albert Lokonga as well? Big question. Do you rotate Albert Lokonga in this game? Because you need now the creativity. And if you're going to look for the creativity in this one, look, it's a little bit complicated, right? It's a little bit complicated. I don't like Odegaard being very, very deep, but I might not have an option, so I'm going to play Odegaard deep as well. So Odegaard and Mohamed El Neni, let's play them deep, right? Let's play Odegaard also deep as well. And then to create the chances, I'm not going to rotate Smith Rowe, right? So I'm not rotating Smith Rowe. Emil starts for me. Emil starts in that game. Odegaard and Emil Smith Rowe, should be in that one. Absolutely called for. Nicola Pepe, these are his games. I mean, he likes doing his thing. He likes doing his things in Europa League, in the EFL Cup. Probably he was astonishingly good in the Europa League last season, and I hope he can give us a good performance. So Pepe joins the mix with Gabby Martinelli. Guys, this boy needs to get time. But with Gabriel Martinelli, so Pepe, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, and Odegaard to look for the goals, and the striker could be any of Nketiah and sorry for that. Could be any of Nketiah and Balogun. If I come to think about it, Balogun is not a bad striker, right? Not a bad striker. So Balogun, I'm going for Balogun. I think Eddie Nketiah, with all the problems he has, he needs to sort himself out, right? I don't know why it looks like that. I need it to look better. Yeah, exactly. That's how it should be looking like. So Pepe, Martinelli, Balogun, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, El Neni, Kolasinac, Murray, Holding, Chambers, and Ban Leno. I mean, we have. If this is our second 11, we have quite a decent one. We have quite a very, very decent one. Of course, excluding Smith Rowe and Martin Odegaard because they cut across the first lineup and the second lineup in this in this instance. But apart from that, I think it's a good lineup. One that can beat Leeds 2-1, 2-0, or even 1-0, or even 3-2. Because I know we will concede with the defense and Marcelo Bielsa and his open flow, free-flowing, speedy football. Arsenal will concede. And then the fact that they always leave themselves open, very exposed to chances and things like that. I think Arsenal. I think Arsenal will score more than one. Right? HN90 says Callum Chambers should be there. No Kolasinac. Look, Glenn. I don't want to play Kolasinac. I'm telling you, I don't want to play side Kolasinac. But whatever, what should I do? That's it. What should I do? I don't want to play Sid Kolasinac, but what do I do? Right? What do I do? We need to rotate Nuno, because you can't risk Nuno Tavares. And the way he plays as a player, he's so vulnerable, but also very, very susceptible to any injury. Anything can happen. He's too forward going, too adventurous, very fast. It could be just a knock. You don't risk him. If Tierney is fit, then I'll play Nuno. But if Tierney is still having that, ankle injury, I'm definitely not going for, Nuno Tavares. Then you said no Emil Smith Rowe. Glenn says don't play Emil Smith Rowe. you know what? You have a, you know, you quite have a point. You quite have a point, but I don't want to see a blunt side. I really do not want to see a blunt side, unless you tell me that El Neni plays with Albert Sambilakonga, which is really really practical. El Neni plays with Albert Sambilakonga, and then Odegaard plays as our number 10. Yeah, I mean that is a little bit practical. It would work. Yeah, it would absolutely work for us. It would absolutely work for us. You have those two. You have those two, El Neni and Lokonga, providing the defensive shield. I think we will need a lot of defensive shield in this game, provided that Michel Bielsa and his coaching system are absolutely forward pressing. And then I mean I could listen to you. Smith Rowe out, Odegaard pushes up front, Lokonga pushes in, right? But my concern with Albert Sambi Lokonga is he's not really played so many games, so there is nothing like fatigue or anything like that. He can play. He can afford to play on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He can afford that. He can afford the luxury, right? But what I want to say about him is I'm not really, really convinced. And I'm gonna say that I'm not really, really convinced that if we play him on Tuesday, he's fit and not too tired, not burn, he's not getting the burnout on Saturday. Because for me, I am afraid of Leicester City. You guys know they've always done violations to us. Leicester City, they know how to beat Arsenal. They know how to cause violations. So I don't want, and that's why I feel like Sambi Pate should be on the bench. Maybe Smith can come off, at half time, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, maybe, just for purposes of rotation. So I absolutely don't know. Absolutely don't know. And I just played two of my, number 10s in this game, which is something that is also very, very risky. But let me know, which players do you go for, guys? And hit the like button. Thanks everybody for watching in. Hit the like button and subscribe to the thing as well. We're gonna be moving over to the opposition preview now. You're gonna be moving over to the opposition preview. That is what I expect Leeds to do, how they might line up, and more of the Leeds game.